go into the game, I'm going to be playing Lilia jungle and show you the potential of this champion. In this matchup, we're currently up against Nautilus, and in a Lilia versus Nautilus, this is an advantage for Nautilus in the early game due to having a faster clear, better ganks, and stronger 1v1s. But, if we're able to get to the later stages, this would favor the Lilia since she has insane scaling potential. So what we want to do is to be able to farm up properly and avoid the matchup as much as possible so that we could smoothly transition into the later stages of the game. The clear that I'm doing is a blue side clear where I go for my blue, Gromp, Raptors, then Flex, but 9 out of 10 times I would just go for a full clear because Lilia's early game is very weak since she deals almost no damage when ganking enemy targets. As a scaling jungler, your number one focus is to get your levels and items as soon as possible so you could help your team earlier. The reason why I started at the blue side rather than the red side is because I would like to path towards the bot lane, which is presumably the easiest lane to gank. Irelia set is a very volatile lane wherein both champions would like to fight each other and try to snowball their lead. If we're able to get Irelia ahead, then this would be good for us since we would have one less lane to worry about and we would be able to scale safely into the later stages of the game. Lilia's clear is quite average and there's not much you can do. Just auto attack and kite the camp since technically she's a ranged champion. Use your first skill as much as possible, or rather just use all of your skills in between auto attacks so that your clear will be a lot smoother. Unfortunately, Irelia dies before I'm able to go for a gank, but seeing that set is very low, we immediately go for a possible counter kill. Even though it's warded, set kinda slow into seeing where I am. We dodge the second skill, and with the third skill slow plus red buff, we're able to get the kill. If you saw my damage, even though set was 3 bars, it took me all of my skills just to take him down, and this is how weak Lilia's early game is. Luckily, Nautilus is at the top side, so our scuttle doesn't get contested, and we're able to take this safely. Our top lane died, I think. Not sure if they got ganked, but here we check if we can dive the set, but looking what's happening right now, I don't know why Irelia is taxing my first Krugs. For some random reason, she even gets the last hit. She doesn't get much gold from that, and we really need the money so we could scale later. She gets level 5, maybe that's the reason why, and since I have nothing else to do, I try to help this Irelia, but she just misses every possible skill, so I have no choice but to just go back home and buy my items. Boots of Mana is a really good item on Lilia, since we are movement speed based. This would help us kite the opponents faster and deal more damage in a gank. With my top camp spawning, you don't want to stop farming your camps because Lilia still doesn't deal damage even though you have this Boots of Mana item. With the blue buff up, we just want to take this before doing anything else, and with the state of the game, most likely we're just gonna stick to our AFK farm plan. Hopefully Nautilus doesn't get a gank since our laners are kinda overextended. Yep, he just shows up bot. Irelia gets punished, and this is gonna be another this is gonna be another game wherein we're gonna have a laner that's not doing so well. Luckily, our top lane wins a trade, and at least Saya, Alistar are doing well. We try to cover bot lane since there's a big wave and they're trying to get plates. We get hooked, but we immediately use our ultimate, get the sleep onto the Nautilus set, get the fruit so we don't get bursted. We wanted to chase him down, but it's gonna be very risky since I don't deal that much damage yet. Irelia tries to punish the Nautilus, but he's just so tanky with Aftershock, and then she just goes and dies again. What's new? 0-3 top laner. The lane that I wanted to help is literally the opposite right now. She's being a detriment, and when this happens, you have no choice. Just farm and try to get your items. Baron lane is dead, and the good news here is, even though Irelia dies 3 more times, as long as she doesn't get a kill, her bounty will just be 100, which is not that much for the opposing team. So we go for plan B right now. Instead of ganking this Irelia, we'll just focus on our farm. And since our Baron lane is way behind and I'm not confident that we can win the dragon fight, I just go and try to take the Herald. But since Seth is still here, I look to see if I can get a sneaky gank onto this Seth. But Irelia just does no damage, just gets bursted. And with a 2v1, I can't even kill Seth. He's kinda strong right now. I'm trying to kite him with my passive, looking for a Q, smite Q. Hopefully my passive takes him down. Third skill, oh my god, he's just so tanky. He flashes away. I use my ult to chase, but he's so unlucky. Perfect spawn on the fruits, and I'm not able to chase him down. The opponents get dragon for free, and I have no choice but to give Herald as well. I don't want to flip this. Yep, they're just waiting for me right now, so I just go back. I ping my team. You know what? Guys, just take top tower. Luckily, they're able to get the Nila down, and in the end, there's a small trade that we're able to get. They use Herald. Most likely, mid tower is gonna go down, 2.1k. Try to cover the Lucian just in case the Nautilus decides to dive him, and as soon as it's safe, I just want to help Lucian clear so that he doesn't get dove. I'm thinking whether I should use my smite, but in the end, you know what, I just save it. I want to focus on my farm. Getting a second charge on the Herald is not that big, since the second tier tower is quite tanky. Going back, we get our item, Leander's Torment. Good power spike, but it's just not enough yet so that we could carry the game. When playing Lilia jungle, the best power spike of this champion is at 3 items. Once I'm able to complete my Leander's Torment, plus Riftmaker, and Rabadon, then that's where I will shine the most. But before I get those, I just need to farm as much as possible and scale into the later stages. Irelia dies again, but at this point, there's nothing that we can do. Fortunately, Saya dies. They get dove by 3 members. We try to look for a trade with this Nila out of position. I have my Q, second skill, ultimate to get the sleep, and with Lucian, using his ultimate, we're able to get a kill. Irelia tries to defend mid, but you know already what happens. Just dies again, but look at her bounty. Already 100 gold, same as a cannon minion, so I'm not worried about her dying even more. We look to see if we can catch the Thresh. We don't have our passive stacks yet. When playing Lilia in a team fight, you always want to get your 4 stack passive so that you would have a lot of move speed, allowing you to kite the opponents. So you want to use your Q on the minions or on the camps before going in on a team fight. We clear our jungle yet again. A fight happens at the mid lane, and since we have nothing else to clear, we look to see if we can punish someone. Get the Nautilus with our Q, but since he's very tanky, Alistar is trying to fight their team, but we just have no damage. I use my third skill. Vladimir flashes in, look to punish him, but he's able to escape with Face Rush. We don't have our damage yet, and we just lose another team fight right there. I think it's the 4v5. Seth wasn't even there. Saya dies. Lucian dies last. And we are in a bit of a hard situation right now. Irelia's already 0-7-0. Half the team's deaths is on our Baron lane, but it's fine. We try to punish this Seth who is out of position. I saw him use second skill, so I flash in, go for the ultimate so my teammates can follow up. Second skill, first skill for a quick burst. Seth deals so much damage. We try to dodge his skills, and in the end, at least we're able to get a kill plus shutdown, helping our Saya get more gold. A fight happens on the top side. I would like to help, but currently, I have no HP right now, so I'm thinking if I should help or just farm my camps. I decide to just farm since one hit will just kill me, and seeing that Lucian is trying to help, you know what? I decide to help my teammates. They're able to take down the Vladimir, Thresh with a good play. I look to see if I can catch the Nautilus, but with Thresh flashing away, it's hard to catch him, and Nautilus is just so tanky, and he has a lot of items, currently dominating, and just destroyed our team. I look to see if we can take blue buff, but looking at their position, most likely they're gonna contest this, so I have no choice but to go back to base. Yep, Nautilus already has Roa plus Mandate plus Ionian Boots, which would make him very tanky and deal so much damage at the same time. I still need my Power Spike, which is the Rift Maker plus Rabadon, so we have to just give the objective and look for a trade elsewhere. The opponents get Dragon for free, but we can't do anything about it. We just look for camps that we can take. With our bot camp spawning, we have to take these ASAP so that our opponents won't be able to get these camps. Irelia's getting our Raptors. Thankfully, she gave it to us since at this point, we need every gold that we can get so that we could get level 13 and get our items faster. We get the red buff. Nice kill onto the Vladimir. We look to see if we can punish anyone. Get a Q onto the Thresh. We have max stacks, so we go for the set. But since only 2 of us are left, I'll just go away. I have my passive. First kill the minions so that it gets a reset. And yeah, run away. Look at the kite. Look at the moves. Nice dodge. Nila flashes in. But I have my ultimate just on time to get a sleep. Nice follow-up by Alistar. He died so that I could live. Thank you for your help. But at this point, it's very, very hard. Go for a TP. I didn't expect Nautilus to be there. Even though we dodged the hook, he still has ultimate. And we finally get taken down after all that. Unfortunate, but we did everything that we can to not die. I just didn't expect Nautilus to chase me all the way there with flash plus ultimate to take me down. Saya is trying to look for farm at the top side, and Nautilus is just currently smurfing at everyone. I think he's currently 10-0 right now, opposite of our Irelia's score. Alistar tries to defend with Irelia. At least they're able to buy time, wait for me to respawn. Saya is going back to base, and hopefully we would be able to defend this tower. Nice knock up by the Alistar. Nautilus with his own ulti. We have to move back. I still have my flash just in case, and with Saya arriving, we deal a lot of damage using our Q plus flashing away, and with Saya free hitting everyone, we get a mini comeback, huge shutdown onto the Nautilus, 1k for Saya, and this can be a possible comeback in the game. We're able to stall, and at this point, we just need to buy time. Saya actually is farming really well with all of the shutdowns. Currently, she's at 1k GPM, which is good, since if Saya gets a lot of items, this gives us room to farm. What I'm doing right now is I'm just looking for farm anywhere in the map. Lucian getting bounty gold at the bottom side, which is good. I check if the scuttle has been taken. Yep, set just came from there. And with my bot camps up, we're just desperate to look for some farm. Try to get our power spike. All I need is Rabadon, and I should be good to go when it comes to the team fight. Their late game though is also really good since they have Vladimir, but we can try to burst him down with our dot. Even though he pulls, if we're able to proc Liandry plus passive, we should be able to get a kill. Another fight happens at the mid lane. I try to dodge all of the possible skills and go in only when I have my Q up. As much as possible, you always want to distance yourself and only go close if you have a skill. And with my opponents, or rather, my teammates all dying, at least we're able to take the Vlad, dodge the Nautilus hook, and currently a 4v1 exchange, Set getting a quadra kill. My Rabadon's up, but here, I decide to go for the Zhonya instead because they have the potential of ending the game right now. 15 seconds on the clock, nice 4-man, dealing a lot of damage with my passive plus Liandry, with a wave coming, Thresh flashing in, Nautilus ulti, I spam my stasis to buy as much time as possible, we take down the Thresh, I'm able to use my first skill to deal a bit more damage, and with our shield plating, thankfully, we bought enough time for our team to respawn, and here, we get another punish, burning the Vladimir TP, and what's good about this is that 4 of their members are down, and the 3rd dragon is spawning right now. This is a huge chance to deny the 3 dragon buff from the opponent so that we could stall the game even more. Really good Zhonya purchase. I think if I didn't buy Zhonya and just insta-died there, the game would have been over. But here we are. We're able to stall it out and even buy Rabadons. And now, we are currently at our power spike. The only thing I need to do is avoid their crowd control and hit as much people with my first skill. When you play Lilia in a team fight, as I said earlier, you don't need to burst people. You just need to hit a lot of the opponents with your first skill because your passive already deals so much damage. Combining it with the Liandry plus Rift Maker, your dot will just kill them even though you don't have much burst. They start Baron. I'm out of position. Unfortunate. Irelia dies again. Alistar tries to buy time. He dies also. And currently 3v5. We check if we can help the Alistar. They're in a choke point, which means I could possibly go for a 4-man sleep. Immediately flash. We live with 1 HP. And look at all of the damage that I'm doing. Saya, free hitting, getting some kills, and we're able to turn the fight. We go for the TP. Hopefully Vlad is not there. And in the end, even though it looked so bad, we were able to turn it around since we were in a very, very tight position where Saya Feathers plus my first skill could just damage their whole team. If we get another team fight just like that, with Alistar in a better position, we should be able to be in position to win those team fights. The only champion that we need to worry about right now is the Vladimir, because in the late game, you know how strong and oppressive Vladimir is. Nautilus gets a ulti onto me, but thankfully I have a lot of movement speed, and Vlad is playing very greedy, gets baited, and we get a kill. We live with 1 HP, so checking their lineup, you know what? The next item I need is Magic Resist, because they have Vlad plus Nautilus, who both deal a lot of damage. With the Vladimir down, it's currently 4v5, so I want to force a team fight, use third skill, and perfect hit onto the ADC, which is their second carry, with her falling asleep. Alistar, good follow-up, we get her very low. Set's able to ulti us, plus go for the Haymaker, so we have to use our stasis to dodge the damage, and our Saya Lucian just free hitting everyone. Look to see if we can chase down the Thresh, but he's quite fast, and we get another team fight win. Unfortunately, there's no Elder or Baron yet, so we just want to take the tower. Alistar goes in, Set out of position, immediately go in for the punish, really good catch, force the flash, and with the third tower up, Thresh gets a really good hook onto our Lucian, and we have no choice but to go back. Alistar pushes the Vlad, and Irelia out of position, she goes down as well, and this is really bad because Elder is gonna be up in 25 seconds, and that is something that I don't want to give. There's also a big ass wave topside, and we need someone to defend it. Vladimir out of position, go for the punish with Q plus ulti, and what's good about this is that if we get the sleep off, even though Vladimir is able to go for the pull, we're still able to take him down. And this is very crucial since this would be a 3v3 when the Elder is up, and it's more manageable than going for a 4v3. Not sure if the opponent started. Alistar can go for the face check, use my third skill, and seeing that it hasn't been started means that they're looking for someone. Yep, Alistar can just face check, and here, we just kite as much as we can, damage them a bit. They're trying to kill our Saya. She has her ultimate, and do a multi-man Q onto 3 targets every time, flash away. We still have lifesteal with the Rift Maker, and look at all the damage that we're doing. Really good move speed, and we get Elder from this position. Nice kiting. And this is perfect timing because not only do we get Elder, Baron's gonna be up as well, and this is time for the ultimate comeback. Instead of going back to base, you know what? We'll just go for the Baron. I randomly moved my character, but it's okay. We're able to get the Honey Fruit and secure Baron for free. Now we have Elder Baron, and this should be the game-ending push since Lilia is just giga broken with Elder buff since she even deals more damage. Yup, look at that. Even though Vlad gets the cool off, we have a lot of DOT. Just bring them down. Nice knockup by the Alistar. Get a 3-man Q. And look at all their HP going down slowly but surely. We've become a bit greedy here. Almost get taken down. Luckily, we have stasis. And here, we're just taking everyone. And wow, what a game. From a 0-8 Irelia and a 10-0 Nautilus, we were able to stall the game enough so that we could scale and get the victory. 100% Lilia in Challenger tier, and we get Sovereign for the 20th time this season. We get MVP, but props to the Alistar and Saya for doing such a good job stalling the game. No thank you to the Irelia. 71k damage dealt. Even though we don't burst anyone, we have so much damage over time, and we're able to farm up, scale up, and win the game. Beautiful comeback. And with that, I hope you guys enjoyed our Lilia jungle. Thanks for watching. Peace out. Ciao, ciao.